Bismillah, Adaman, Adahim, which means in the name of God, the gracious, the merciful, the beneficent, the creator of the worlds, my Father God, Allah, Abba, the one to whom praises forever due. I come to y'all in peace and blessing. Alright? I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's day. Made the best out of y'all day. I hope you do this every day. I hope you learn something. You should be learning something every day. Uh, there is not a day that go by you shouldn't be learning something. Uh, Something simple y'all can learn from is your mistakes. You know, you shouldn't make the same mistake 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times. If you keep on, if you clumsy at walking and you have a habit of stomping your foot or something, you should learn to pick your feet up. You know what I mean? Or anyway, if you don't know what to know, the most important things to know that I would start with, to advise you to start with, is who you are. Somebody gonna say, I know who I am. No, you don't. No, you don't. You think you're some American? You think you're just an American person and going to work or something, making money, doing business or something. Y'all forget my hands ashy as a mud. I meant to put the lotion on before I got on, but it is what it is. My joint's super ashy, bro. I just washed my joints. Alright. Tired. Work like 11. They don't expect me to be on, you know. Long day. Dealing with people. But I made it through. You know what I mean? Mine's made it through. It seemed like the more and more lately these days, it's like the more like how much irritation they can cause or something. You know, alright, bro. I just want to go to work. I just want to go to work. You know what I mean? As far as when I'm going to work. You hear me? I just want to go to work. I ain't asking to deal with different people every day. Give me my task to do and let me do my task. If I'm working at the cash register, cool. I ain't got nobody bothering me at the cash register. Everyone who come right here, lined up, get ringed up, boom, bam. You know what I mean? But just let me work. Just let me work. Word, man. Must be coming, starting problems and stuff, but I know that's a part of life too, and it's a reason for that. Alright, if I can make it with the irritation, I'm gonna be alright. You know what I mean? And still be able to keep my character. Cause it's like mothers try to get me in trouble, bro. I snap out or something because they doing dumb stuff. Why y'all putting this right here? Why y'all leaving? You know I got a whole nother setup to do. Word. And then I get mad. They gonna call the damn boss people. They gonna call my supervisor, my own damn coworkers. Gonna call the damn supervisor like that, like he yelling at us. Nigga, y'all leaving. The hell? I got the boss booth right here. I need to get them so they can work, nigga, so we can get paid. The hell, y'all leaving? And I gotta deal with these people all day. But I did it. You know what I mean? Let me dive into the word. They don't expect me to be it. They don't expect me to be able to get on here and still be able to go and have some juice. But I got a whole lot of it. I got a whole lot of it. You better believe it. Until my heart stops. That's when I stop. Alright? I got a whole lot of it. You wanna know something? This popped up in my head like before I got on. I see all y'all's comments. What's up? Leonora. What's up, little PJ? What's up, Rish, Rajesh, Arcan? I see y'all. Sky, Why? I see y'all. What's up? What's up? Shout out. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. All right. Now y'all pay attention. Go to 2 Kings chapter 13, verse 19. Say that again. 2 Kings chapter 13, verse 19. 2 Kings chapter 13, verse 19. Look, it was a war going on. Elisha said in 2 Kings chapter 13, verse 15, Elisha said, get a bow and some arrows. And he did so. Take the bow in your hands, he said to the king of Israel. When he had taken it, Elisha put his hands on the king's hands. Open the east window, he said, and open it. Shoot, Elisha said, and he shot. The Lord's arrow of victory, the arrow of victory over Aram. Elisha declared, you will completely destroy the Arameans at Aphat. Then he said, take the arrows, and the king took them. Elisha told him, strike the ground. He hit the ground 3 times and stopped. The man of God was angry. The man of God was angry with him and said, you should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times. Elisha told him, hit the ground. Keep on hitting the ground. He told him, hit the ground. As many times as you hit the ground, that's how many victories you're going to have. Listen, man, that application is like applied to here. Because as many times I keep putting the junk out there, it ain't me, but words. It's whatever I got to put out there. You see what I'm saying? It's like hitting the ground. Make a long story short. Word. I ain't just gonna strike the ground 1 or 2 times. Keep on hitting that mud. Word. Word. Many people be stopping. You should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times. Then you would have defeated Amram and completely destroyed it. But now you were only defeated 3 times. Listen, I ain't just gonna whoop ass a few times. Many times. What video is this, nigga? 9 something. Word. Listen, real life. Word. Keep on. Keep on. But let me pick up. I spent 7 minutes on that. Let me dive into the book. Because I'm going to keep on speaking if I don't. Message to the Black Man by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Alright. Message to the Black Man in America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The title says, Islam. What is Islam? Islam. What is Islam is what the title says. While teaching and representing a religion called Islam, to you, the first important thing to do is to answer the question, what is Islam? Who is the author? Who are its prophets and people? Such questions could be answered in a few words, or one could make books out of the answers. Briefly, Islam means entire submission to the will of Allah, God. It is more peace. It is moreover a significant name. Its primarily significance is the making of peace, and the idea of peace is the dominant idea in Islam. The author of Islam is Allah, God. We just cannot imagine God being the author of any other religion but one of peace, since peace is the very nature of Allah, God, and peace He seeks for His people, and peace is the nature of the righteous. Most surely, Islam is the religion of peace. It is the religion offered to the people to bring about a peace of mind and contentment after the destroyers of peace with falsehood have been destroyed. The entire creation of Allah, God, is of peace, not including the devils, who are not the creation of Allah, God, but a race created by an enemy, Yaqub, of Allah. Yaqub rebelled against Allah and the righteous people and was cast out of the homes of the righteous into the worst part of our planet to live their way of life until the fixed day of their doom. These enemies of Allah, God, are known at the present as the white race or European race. who, you got to think about it, the honorable, he's not speaking about all white people, but the ones who the glove fit. Now, all black people are good. There's a lot of wicked black devils out here. Why? Straight up. But listen, you got a lot of good white people. You got a lot of bad white people. You got a lot of good black people. You got a lot of bad black people. You got a lot of good Chinese people. You got a lot of bad Chinese people. Oh, it's some good and bad in both, man. Don't Musk can't sit right here and say this and say that. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote this in 1865 and 1965. He was born in 1895. And this brother, he is on point. He dealing with the 400 years of the mistreatment, speaking about the people that people don't want to talk about. We can talk about politics and this and that. But how come we not talking about, listen, y'all see what's going on now? Look at the young black people and look at the children of the world. Look at the condition of how things are. The way things are now is the effect of a cause. And nobody trying to understand the cause, why the people is the way they are. You gotta ask questions. Nobody is asking questions or even seem to even care. As long as people getting this, as long as mother's got a damn dollar, as long as you got money coming in, you can pay your damn bills, you can go smoke and drink and do this and that. Mother's not really asking no questions, but you're gonna go shoot somebody, kill somebody for money or do this and that. You know what I mean? People not really asking no questions. People getting mistreated every day, bro. People got poison food, poison water. You getting your living situation, you can barely live, right? Barely get food to eat, right? People homeless and this and that. This is not by circumstance, bro. There's a cause. This is the effect of a cause that nobody's asking a question about. What is the cause? Who set up America? Who set up these blocks? Who is in power? It ain't no black people. You go to the Supreme Court, go here, go there. There's no black people running America, bro. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. You might have a few black politicians and this and that. That black woman who running for governor, whatever her name is, y'all see she running against Avenel, bro. She ain't got no power. Damn, I don't give a damn which either one of them win. They both women. The white woman Abigail, she got more power than the black woman. I'm just saying. Word, bro. Ain't no black people got power in the government political system. What are you talking about? Barack Obama, bro. That man, he assalamu alaikum to him. You hear me? That man is a man from the listen, Barack Obama. That is like a word. That's not an American name. You know what I mean? Well, that's a brother though. But what I'm saying is, he ain't got no power. What are you talking about? He's a president. The president worked for one of the branches. You got the judicial branch, executive branch, and the legislative branch. All right, he worked for one of them, and two of them branches could overrule him. Dude ain't got no power. You see what I'm saying, bro? The people who got the power is behind the scene that you don't see. And who is that? They some Caucasian people. Truth be told, bro. I'm not being funny. I'm not being mean. But listen, man. If we was to go somewhere. And it's black people who running the junk. They the ones with the power. Nigga, what you talking about? They the ones making the laws, calling the laws. Yes, no? What the hell? Well, these the people who got the system set up. Must let drugs in. I'm telling you this now, man. People let drugs in. They brought drugs up. People ain't know nothing about no drugs. Or this and that. Boy, might as well know that type of stuff. This is the effect of a cause that nobody asked no question about. Word, bro. There's all a big scheme involved that don't no one ask no, but they see and feeling it. All of them, even the people on top, they feeling it because they children messed up. They children messed up. When you go to a lot of these concerts, you see a whole lot of white people at the concerts, or black people, right? NBA YoungBoy, Chief Keef. I was working with this little white girl the other day. Look, she like 18. Bro, she like 18. Alright, I'll be forgetting. I'm a little bit old. I'm 31. She 18. Word, a little white girl named Sydney. Sydney cool as a fan though. Sydney says she loves from Kevin Gates. Word, said she loved Kevin Gates. Play that Amnesia's going down or something. I said, little white shorty tripping. Word. Word. The same stuff that they use to like bring the people down, because they'll pull a few crabs out the bucket and put them on top so people can see, oh, I can make it rapping, I can make it being a basketball player. You know what I mean? They'll pull a few of them out the basket. So they'll pull a few crabs out the bucket and let them sit on top, and while the rest of the crabs looking up at the that crab ain't get up there on its own. Forgive me, for anyone who a cripple or whatever. I ain't no disrespect. I'm talking about a real crab and word. No disrespect. Word. I got crip brothers. I got blood brothers. Y'all, know what I mean, word. All bird. You a black man? This and that. You got a heart. You rock with me. You rock with me. I rock with you, man. Word. Don't let the people easily divide. Even when we say speech, people get divided by something that person say. People this and that. But to make it simple, listen. Word, bro. They'll do that. But even they messed up. Those who pull the crab out the bucket to try to manipulate the mass of the people and to get them to be like that. Even got their people messed up. Word. Even got them listening to a whole bunch of bull crap that they know ain't really good for the people because it's low frequencies and it ain't nothing beneficial or knowledgeable that people getting up out of it to get high, drink, rob, steal, do this and do that and be trapped out. This the way we live. This and that. Nah. Well, ain't giving people nothing to think. Unfortunately, they own people becoming hip to it. You see a lot of white folks dressing like black folk. Word. It ain't funny. You know what I mean? Word. Some of their parents looking at them like, what the hell wrong with y'all? I see some of my white brothers got dreads. Then your hair don't even lock up right. But I ain't stopping. Don't. And if you got white dude with dreads, you cool. I'm just saying with me. I'm just saying, bro. Well, they gotta be looking at them crazy. White dude with dreads. Word, bro. Mud's wide open. But you'll see this. Even how they rock it. I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? Same thing. Black people, y'all want to be like white people. Word. Same thing. I can easily go there with it. That's why you act the way you act. Stuck up and snobbish. Word. You know what I mean? Word. If you like that. You know, you got some black people who kind of little high man, you know what I mean? They like black white. I got some white brothers who they black. You can't tell them they not from the hood. Word. They fit in good. Ain't nobody gonna mess with them either. They fit in good. Word. They a product of the environment just like we is. You can't tell them otherwise. Let me this and that. Yeah, but he talking about the ones who the shoe fit. You know what I mean? If the shoe fit, damn it fit. These enemies of Allah are known at the present as the white race or European race, who are the sole people responsible for misleading 9/10 of the total population of the black nation. The prophets of Islam include Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Job, David, Solomon, and Jonah. The people of Islam are the black people, and their numbers are made up of the brown, yellow, and red people called races. The Book of Islam is the Holy Quran Sharif, and the scriptures that were brought by the above mentioned prophets were of Islam. The Bible does not mention Islam by name as the religion of the prophets, nor does it give us the name of any of the divine prophets' religions. By not teaching the reader the name of the former prophets' religions, yet giving the name Christianity to what Jesus taught, it leaves the reader to seek the name of the religion of the former prophets from Adam to Muhammad. The followers or believers of Islam are over 1/2 billion people. Even among the infidels, you will find many who confess Islam. although by nature they are against Islam. If I teach or preach a religion claiming its origin is from Allah, God, I must prove I must prove it. And if you oppose it with another religion which you claim has God as its author, then you must prove your claim. A religion whose origin or roots cannot be found in the universal order of God cannot be said to be the religion of God. The first prophet of God and his scripture must be that of the true religion of God. Islam has 5 beautiful fundamental principles of belief. The most essential of them all is the belief in one God. This was the belief, oneness of God, and preachings of the prophets of God from Noah to Muhammad, the last, as I have said. If your religion's roots are not found in the universal order of things, it is not from Allah, God. I defy any opposer to prove the religion as we know it today, called Christianity, to be the religion of God and his prophets, Noah, Abraham, Lot, Moses, David, and Jesus. Word. I never read one time in the Bible where none of them said we Christians. Never. I've read that Bible many times. I call myself a Christian, and to be a Christian is a good name. Word. Not the way these people use it though. I ain't a Christian like the people who brought us over here as slaves. Nah, they not real Christians. I don't think that's Christian like to make slaves out of people. I don't think that's Christian like to hide knowledge from people. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, "My people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge." When you got the knowledge to give the people and don't give it to them, causing them to lack knowledge, causing them to be destroyed, I don't think that's Christian like. Alright, 400 years of mistreating this and that. I don't think that's Christian like, my boy. Alright, I'm a Christian, but not like them people. Word. To be a Christian, not a bad name. But the way these people use it is a horrible name. Word. I'm not a Christian like these people. Word. 2 different ones. You got real Christian, you got some fake ones. Alright, they the fake ones. Alright. Word. But Christianity, Jesus never said he Christian. Moses never said he Christian. Nobody in the Bible ever said that I'm a Christian. Never. You read the Bible. Word, tell me. Do you see them say I'm a Christian? I never read that. Well, how come they don't even admit to their religion? You think they don't know what they believe in? Word. You would think someone would have time to say it. Right? Anyway, if that makes sense, but that's what the brother's saying. Word. What is Islam? It can be answered in one word: righteousness. Briefly, it is the religion of Allah, God, and his prophets. Islam is as old as Allah, God himself, and is the religion of which Allah, God, is the author. Islam is the religion of Adam, Noah, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, the last. Islam is the religion of entire submission to the will of Allah, God. Islam is the religion which the Holy Quran teaches. Allah, God says, This day I have perfected for you your religion, completed my favor on you, and chosen for you Islam as a religion. Chapter 5, verse 3. Allah, God, also says in another chapter of the Holy Quran, surely the true religion with Allah is Islam. Chapter 3, verse 18. The significance of the name Islam is peace. The true religion, it is a religion of eternal peace. We cannot imagine Allah, God, offering to us a religion other than one of peace. A religion of peace coming to the righteous after the destruction of the wicked is also mentioned in several places in the Bible. The Lord will bless his people with peace. Psalms 29 verse 11. Also, he will speak peace unto his people and to his saints. Psalms 35 verse 8. And the Lord of peace give you peace always. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 16. Islam is the religion. Islam is the religion referred to in the above mentioned biblical verses. It is the only religion that gives the believer a peace of mind and contentment. It removes grief and fear at once on believing. Yeah, whoever submits himself entirely to Allah, and he is the door of good to others, he has his reward from his Lord, and there is no fear for him, nor shall he grieve. Holy Quran chapter 2 verse 112. Allah invites to the abroad of peace. Holy Quran chapter 10 verse 25. Can you imagine a divine prophet being sent with anything other than a religion of peace to his people? Our people, the so-called American Negroes, will love Islam when they learn more of it, for it is the religion of their fathers, and it is the last of the three great religions on earth. The other two, Buddhism and Christianity, cannot give us a lasting peace. We have tried them to our disappointment. Christianity is one of the most perfect black slave-making religions on our planet. It has completely killed the so-called Negroes' mentality. Now it takes Allah, God himself, to revive and restore our black people into their own. Though I am his messenger and Allah can use my life as he pleases for them, they are my people and many, while I am only one. Islam will give them the heaven while they live. Islam has more to offer than the white-controlled Christianity. Islam is universal. The true believers of Islam are equal in number to the total population of the whites on our planet, 400 million. By nature, all members of the black nation are Muslims, lovers of peace, whose number is over the billion mark. We must have Islam as our religion to restore our peace after suffering under the slavery, the persecutors, and the grief of wars for 6,000 years. The so-called Negroes of America, who have never known the way of peace, who have never had love or mercy shown to them, today have Allah, God. The God of mercy is on their side in the religion of Islam, but they are so dumb about it that it hurts my very heart. I am not surprised at what disbelievers think and say of me, but when a supposed brother Muslim joins the disbelievers against what I write, then I am surprised. For no true Muslim will speak against another Muslim to the delight of the disbelieving people of Allah and his prophets and the religion of Islam. The meaning of Islam is what the title says. Right. Knock this out. but yeah, sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it's a lot. But we keep it moving, man. I'm gonna give y'all what I got. You know, I'll try to. Alright. Alright, let's go back. Okay. Alright. The meaning of Islam is what the title say, page 71. Meaning of Islam: entire submission to the will of Allah, God, the religion of Allah, God, and His prophets is the natural religion of the righteous, holy. Holy Quran, chapter 30, verse 30 say, which will dominate all other religions. Holy Quran 61, verses 8 through 9. Surely the true religion of Allah, God, is Islam. Holy Quran, chapter 3, verse 18. Can we say this of other religions? Does the Bible give us any prophecy that Christianity will finally rule and dominate the whole world? Islam is the religion which the Holy Quran teaches. The Holy Quran is a book which white Christianity never has and probably never will introduce to the so-called Negroes. They love for you to read the book, Bible, while they have fixed for you and desire that you never be able to understand it. Though the original of the Bible was true, the Jews are charged with tampering with the original scripture, adding to and taking from it. The Christians are charged with poisoning the original scripture, called the Gospel of Jesus. Islam means salvation to each and every one who believes in it. To the American so-called Negroes, it is the master key which opens wide every door locked against them. The door of universal friendship with the Creator and His creatures swings wide open to you, and the doors of freedom, justice, and equality. All the believers of Islam are the brothers of the others, unlike Christianity, where the white Christians are too proud to make the black people their equal. Since the American so-called Negroes never were recognized by white Protestant Christianity as equal members, they flocked to the Catholic Church to join it, running from a garter snake to a rattlesnake. The garter snake runs from them. The rattlesnake swallows them. They know nothing of the true religion, Islam, of God, and care very little, because their minds are to be whatever because their minds are to be whatever the white race's minds are. Christianity has no power for the Negroes against their enemies. Islam is a powerful nation, is a powerful religion. If the so-called Negroes of the South or America in general would accept Allah and His religion, Islam, their dreaded fear of the white man's brutality and murder would be over. Allah would defend the believers of Islam. The believers are united against their enemies. For every Islamic believing, for every Islamic believing so-called Negro in America, there are 100 Muslim brothers. There are 100 Muslim brothers on his or her side. This means if the 17 million so-called Negroes were believers in Islam, there would be 17 million of their people with them as brothers and sisters. Allah, God, Allah's God finding of the lost member of the black nation is more valuable in his eyes than the whole world of mankind. And even they are very, and even they are valuable in the eyes of any Asiatic Muslim. The finding of the so-called Negroes by Allah, God, means the end of the present world and the beginning of a new world under the guidance of Allah. Word. I like that. That's fire. That's fire. Word. Damn tired, man. Take a toll on them, bro. Take a toll on the kids. But we did it. And get it out of the way. You know? Y'all stick with me, man. I'm gonna try for it. Alright. The principles of Islam is what it's saying. The title say. The principles of Islam. The number one principle of Islam is a belief in Allah, God. The belief in a power higher than man, although man may be ignorant of just who it is, although man may be ignorant of just who it is who has supreme power, such supreme power. It can be traced back to the beginning of the civilization of the human race and to the beginning of the writing of history. Regardless of tribes and national gods, Lord Keishi, there still exists the belief in a greater God that was more powerful than their national gods, Lord Keishi, or those who were molded by their own hands out of clay, wood, iron, silver, gold, and stone. Some of these gods, lowercase g, were the leaders of their tribes or peoples. There were fire gods, lowercase g, and birds, animals, snakes, beasts, and even trees were worshipped as God. The God in Islam is not a national or tribal God, but as the Holy Quran describes him in the opening words, he is the Lord of the worlds. This conception of God is best, since man's belief is by nature that there must exist somewhere in the universe one who has and can exercise a greater power than can universe one who has and can exercise a greater power than can universe than can he or the object that he is bowing to as his God. Or this conception of God is best, since man's belief is by nature that there must exist somewhere in the universe one who who can exercise a greater power than can he or the object that he is bowing to as his God. Correct. The Islam God is one of whom there is no equal. Amen. One to whom whatsoever is in the heavens and whatsoever is in the earth submits willingly or unwillingly. He is the Lord of the creation of the universe. And since he has no equal, he demands universal recognition and complete submission to his will. All religions directly or indirectly recognize and preach the oneness of God. This conception of a divine supreme being is accepted by all intelligent human beings. Even savages recognize a power that is supreme. Islam rejects the belief in I don't know why I'm stuttering. Islam rejects the belief in the plurality of persons in the Godhead. Say, He, Allah, is one. Allah is He of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begets not, nor is he begotten, and there is none like him. In another place it reads, and my mercy encompasses all things. Holy Quran chapter 7 verse 156. Muhammad Ali says, the great apostle of the unity of God could not conceive of a God who was not the author of all that existed. Such detraction from his power and knowledge would have given a death blow to the very loftiness and sublimity of the conception of the divine supreme being. But until today, the true knowledge of the one divine supreme being is known only to a few. We are daily coming into the knowledge of this one God. There are some people who think that God is something that cannot be seen or felt. A belief in God is the first principle of Islam. All right. Like 40 minutes. It's only like 7 o'clock. I don't know why I feel late. I don't know why I feel later. gonna overwork, do it too much. Bless y'all with that though. Alright. For my junk in. Put this on the side real quick. I'ma catch y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. I see y'all again. It's a blessing to put that out. I catch y'all again. Y'all be blessed, man. Peace.